What's some of your experiences that you went through? Because, you know, there's a lot of cats out here want to be like Mr. Nightlife himself, want to be a radio personality, or they want to be, you know, as big as you. They may not never get as big as you are, but but
Right.
What's some of the things you've been through, though, Sway, on the real, like coming from where you came from? You know, I know you are acclimated with the street and street life, because most of the cats as rappers have some aspects of the streets involved in their raps or their experiences. So what's some of the things that you've been through, and what is it anything that made you almost didn't be Charles Sway today?
Yeah. I think anything in life, you give yourself a time limit. You know, you say, you know, I want to be here by this point in my life. I like to be here by this point in my life. And I was a guy that put a lot of pressure on myself early on. You know, playing sports and things like that. You know, I got caught up in all the politics and kind of faded away. But I learned quickly that politics is in every aspect of life, no matter what you do, man. But you know, the thing was, I set goals for myself, man, stay focused and put myself in the company of positive people.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you hang around people that's doing it, I mean, even on your worst day, you're going to do something.
Absolutely.
But, you know, a lot of times, depending on where we're from, you know, me being from Chicago, man, a lot of times in big cities like that, I mean, if you got $1 more than the next, man, you cool. Right. You know what I mean? But depending on what kind of atmosphere you in, you got to hang around positive people, you know, like yourself, that's always looking. You know, you're doing movies, videos, CDs, you know what I'm saying, the whole nine, and that make me go, damn, you know, to keep stepping your game up.
Yeah, but as a youth, though, I didn't, it took me a long time to get to this point, though. It's like,
right. Oh, yeah, you gonna bump your head.
Yeah, I fell victim to what some of the brothers probably doing out there in the streets.
Right, no doubt, no doubt.
So how did you not fall victim? That's what I'm interested in.
Actually,
how did you got the stamina, you got the poise, you could have been selling drugs, robbing, killing drugs.
Right.
How did you not fall victim to that, though?
Well, I think it's a matter of how much you become victimized or how much you participate, because when you coming up, and I make it a point to talk to these kids with my Tosh Sway conflict resolution tour, and you're familiar with that, man.
Absolutely.
I mean, the thing is trying to stay mistake free. I made mad mistakes. I made big mistakes, but they didn't cost me my life. You know, it didn't put me away in jail for periods of time or anything like that, man. But I mean, you make mistakes because you out there, you testing. But I think the biggest thing, man, is when people started looking up to me, man. You know what I mean? And I never forget that day, man. You know, whether you playing sports or you got rhyme skills and people acknowledge you. You know what I mean? People give you a positive vibe because you're doing something positive. Once you get that, you know, because ultimately, man, everybody's trying to get attention and trying to become successful in some shape or form. But it's about hanging around positive people, man. I mean, because the streets is waiting, man. You know, to suck you up. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So, you know,
I agree.
I bumped my head like any other kid, man. Coming up, you know, I did crazy stuff. Some things, you know, I tell people a lot of times. Some nights I fall on my knees, man, and open my hands, man, and just thank God for having mercy on my soul, man. Because I mean, a lot of times, you know, you got caught up in things you necessarily had nothing to do with, places you probably shouldn't have been. But it's part of growing up, you know. And when you learn those things, it makes you a stronger person once you get to where you need to be.